Hi, my name is Brianna Adamson and I'm passionate about the effects of ocean acidification has on the Great Barrier Reef. What is ocean acidification? Ocean acidification is caused by rising amounts of carbon dioxide. The ocean absorbs up to 30% of carbon dioxide that is released into the atmosphere. Ocean acidification is a major threat for marine ecosystems, in particular marine calcifiers such as coral. The Great Barrier Reef is one of the world's most spectacular natural wonders and one of the largest living structures in the world. Coral builders support this structure. In the last 30 years, almost half of the coral of the Great Barrier Reef has vanished due to the rising temperature and ever-increasing ocean acidification. There is more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere now than there has ever been in the last 800 years. A slight rise of only 2% of carbon dioxide can destroy a reef. Ocean acidification is a man-made problem and needs a man-made solution. Researchers and scientists are a very long way off developing a solution, but there is a small glimmer of hope, although time is not on our side. If the current rates of carbon dioxide continue to increase, the Great Barrier Reef will become extinct within the next decade. This would be a global disaster. My first methodology for researching and gathering my needed information was to use Google Scholar, which proved to be problematic. I had issues finding appropriate peer-reviewed and cited articles and/or journals. Although leading up to this assessment, I refined my methodology, I used Curtin's library, and I found some appropriate journals and articles on ocean acidification and the Great Barrier Reef. I further sourced a documentary by David Attenborough on the Great Barrier Reef, which provided very useful information as well as a visual insight into the beauty, diversity, and disasters of the Great Barrier Reef. Within my findings, I have found out that there is over 300 coral reefs, 900 islands, miles of lush forest, 450 species of hard coral, and over 1 million diverse species call the Great Barrier Reef home. In the Great Barrier Reef, one of, if not the, most important and diverse marine ecosystems in the world. Coral ecosystems such as the Great Barrier Reef are known to be one of the most vulnerable to rising ocean acidification. This is in part because of the architecture of the ecosystem is reliant on carbon-secreting organisms. I have further found that coral calcification appears to be extremely sensitive to the level of carbon saturation, although the response of seawater to atmospheric carbon dioxide concentrate is not a simple process. In particular, coral reef environments where coral calcification and photosynthesis can perturb local pH levels. I further need to investigate what is the role of coral in the ecosystems of the Great Barrier Reef. How can Australians reduce the amount of carbon dioxide being released into the atmosphere on a national scale? What impacts does ocean acidification caused by carbon dioxide have on the Great Barrier Reef? Does my problem issue connect to the Australian curriculum? Research into the Great Barrier Reef has revealed that the actions of humans are greatly to blame for the destruction of the Great Barrier Reef, which in turn has led to awareness of how the use of fossil fuels can be detrimental to our marine ecosystem. This links to strands of the Australian curriculum of Science as a Human Endeavour, Years 3 and 4. Science knowledge helps people to understand the effect of their actions.